All right, Coach. 67-64 loss to St. Rose today. Really good game to watch. I'm sure not the result that you would have liked.
Not from my bench.
Yeah. But a really experienced St. Rose team. They come in regionally ranked, and it just seemed like they got a little lead on you. You guys would come back. Every time they needed to have an answer, they had an answer.
Yeah, they did. They're a good team. We scheduled this game knowing they're a good team. They're one of the better teams in the Northeast 10. They're, they are regionally ranked, like you said, and they made plays when they had to make plays. And I thought we got down 10 in the second half, and then we battled back and we went right down to the wire. We tied it when Jeff Redband hit the three, and then they made one or two free throws to go up one, and then we came down and we didn't have a really good execution of a play, and that's on me there. And then at the end, we needed a stop to keep it as a 1-point game, and we got the stop. We just couldn't come up with a loose ball. And we talked about this the last couple of days being like an NCAA tournament game, that they're a team that's, type of the team that'll be in the NCAA tournament. And to win an NCAA tournament game, you got to come up with a 50-50 ball. I don't think we came up with enough of them. We did most of the last 10 minutes of the game. We did a lot, but we just couldn't come up with that last one, which we really needed. And then you got to make a play. And I thought at the end we had a really good shot. I think our two seniors. I have no problem with the shot we took with the Reef shooting a three from the corner. We had a real good look. It just didn't go down.
You mentioned it. I thought you're down. What were you down there late in the game? Anyways, you come up with the best defensive possession that you had in the whole game. You make them take a shot that goes off the side of the backboard, and then Coleman for them grabs the loose ball and makes a tough kind of desperation shot. It was close, but it was kind of a desperation shot, kind of as the shot clock was about to expire.
Yeah, it was good. He got it off, and it was there was. You play defense for 35 seconds, but we always say defense doesn't stop till you have the ball. And we didn't come up with the ball, and it's unfortunate. Credit, Coleman made a play. He ran in there and got the loose ball and picked it up and shot it. And that's their point guard. Those are big plays that you gotta finish possessions, and we didn't do it. It would have been nice, but they're a good team. You look at the stats; are pretty even in a lot of ways. That we made 8 threes, they made 7 threes. They shot a little better than us. We got to the free throw line a little bit more. The rebounds were about even. I thought we had some bad turnovers in the first half. I thought that hurt us. I thought some of our turnovers, we had 8 turnovers in the first half, and we gave them 8 points. And I think all of our turnovers, not all of them, but it just seemed like there were at least 4 turnovers that were breakaway layups, one-on-O's, that we're better off throwing the ball off the wall or throwing it to the cheerleaders and letting us reset our defense. But that hurt us, and I thought that's a little bit why we were down at the half.
And then, again, just going back to the end of the game, so you're down 1, Coleman gets the loose ball and basket, puts them up 3. You guys come down the other end. I think you got the shot that you wanted. It's a Reef and Maytai on a pick-and-pop opportunity. He had the hot hand, especially late in the second half, knocked down a couple threes. He ends up getting wide open, just can't knock down the shot. But I think that's one you'll take.
That's right. It's wide open. I thought Supreme made a right play. We had him, we wanted Soup to look for a shot for a 3, a Reef to look for a 3. We didn't have any timeouts left. I felt like we'd made some threes. It was time to, let's see if we can make a 3 here and tie it. I didn't think we had enough time to get a quick 2, score, and then try and play the foul game. So we were trying to do that. Didn't go in. Deion got the offensive rebound and had to kind of rush one up. You'd like to maybe make a pass there if you could, because sometimes that's where it gets open. But that's what happens. And it's when 2 good teams play, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, and we better learn from this now on the last day of December and see where we are, so that going forward we can be, we can learn from this and be much better as we start league play back up again on Monday.
Looking at it from a positive standpoint, Reef did get hot late in the game, and he's, for whatever reason, just I think been in a little bit of an offensive funk. Do you think he found something? Did you guys find something that he can kind of hang his hat on moving forward?
I hope so. Let's hope so. And I think he's been fine. He's been really good in practice. He's just had some games where, today he picked up 2 quick fouls really early. I didn't. One was a good call. The other one was a little shaky, I thought. But he got those, and it kind of hamstrung him, and it took him out of his rhythm in the first half. And all the rhythm and the good feelings and the good vibes he had from practice, he kind of lost by having to sit on the bench with 2 fouls. And honestly, I didn't trust him the way the game was going. I played him a little bit in the first half after his second foul, but I didn't trust him to play much more to get 3. Worried about him getting 3, and he did a good job. He really didn't. He didn't pick up his 4th for a long time, and I hope that going forward that he'll build off that second half.
St. Rose came into today's game, I think ranked 9th in the country in scoring defense. You guys end up with 64 points, which is right on their defensive average. Did you feel like you needed to get the game into the 70s and 80s today to have a chance to win?
Yeah, we were trying to. But, they play very patient offensively, and they drain the clock. So it's not much. Their defense is good, but their offense is really what keeps them in the top 10 in points scored, because they don't shoot quick, and they have long possessions. So you're going down, you're playing 30 seconds a D, and you have to be prepared to play 30 seconds a D. And I thought that's one of the things that they do really well.
Yeah, a lot of continuity for St. Rose. 14 players returning for them, including all 5 starters. And it was really Tyler Sayer that did a lot of damage for them, especially early on. Their leading scorer, Michael Ryan Boyd, you guys had him bottled up for a lot of the game, and then he really, I thought, took over for them offensively. He ended up with 12 points, I think 10 of which came in the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Big 3 against the zone one time. I mean, again, like you said earlier, Mike, they answered. Whenever we made a little run, we'd get to 4, boom, they'd hit a 3, or they'd hit a shot and make it 6, and they'd make the mountain a little bit harder for us to climb. But to our guys' credit, we kept climbing, and we kept fighting, and we tied it on the red band 3, and it was like, all right, here we go.
How about your bench today? 28 points off your bench. Thought some of those guys really kept you in the game. When St. Rose was coming up with those answers to push it back to a 7 or 8 or 9 point lead, it seemed like the guys making the plays for you. Jaleo Wilkes, he finished with 11 points. Deion Hamilton finished with 10. Those are the 2 big guys off the bench.
Yeah, I thought they did. That's what we need going forward. Is we need to lengthen our bench, and we need our bench to be productive. Now, we need a little bit more out of the starters, obviously. We had 2 starters who didn't score. So, if they can just get us a few points, that helps us. But, going forward, and, we're in a stretch now. We're 3 games in 5 days. We're going to need that bench.
All right, Coach. We'll be back here on Monday night as you return to league play against Mercy.
Big league game on Monday. Thanks, Mike.